Welcome back to Ridiculous Resins. I am Ace, your resident ridiculous resin addict, okay? I'm a little more excited than I should be because, as you can see, I've got a new freeform geode. I've already poured this. I need to get to mixing it right now. I'm just going to give you a little tutorial before we get in, and then I won't be talking. I'm going to pour a base of this and put some flowers in it, and then let that sit so I can do the backdrop, as it were. I don't want to do it all together because that is going to overpower my flowers. Haha, I need a rhyme. But yes, and then I also wanted to try putting a couple of flowers in these, I'm going to call them keychain molds because they're too big. I mean, I guess you could make them earrings, but yeah. And then also I'm going to make some more diamonds, and then, I'm not sure, I think I'm going to put one of these. They're window clings, so they're kind of mushy, and I'm not sure really how that's going to go as far as the resin is concerned, but I'm going to try it, and just for some trial and error and see what all I can stick in here and what I can't. I also got some buttons. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. If anything, I'm going to peel off, or should I say break off, the actual pin itself and just use the fronts. As you can see, they're Halloween. I already stole the skull one and put it on my bag because, hey, that's my jam. But yeah. So we're going to see what that's about. And then also, I did a thing, and I don't know how it's going to go over. I attempted to make my own white alcohol ink. After some further studying and research, apparently it can be done. I'm not sure where any of you are actually at that are watching, besides my friends here in Jacksonville and surrounding areas. But you cannot find a 4-ounce bottle of alcohol, of white alcohol ink, in a store. I don't know if that's just my area or what, but you have to get it online. Well, even with Prime, if I ordered it yesterday, I would have to wait till Tuesday, which I should have ordered it earlier this week, but it wasn't a priority. So I do what I always do. I'm very outside the box kind of person. I'm a critical thinker, problem solver, you know, Gemini, that's what it is. So I decided to take it upon myself to make some white alcohol ink, and I think it looks pretty good, and I'm hoping I had my ratios good. As you can see, there's not really, this is one of those beech nut baby food bottles. I don't have kids, but a friend of mine brought me some shine in this, so it's thoroughly clean, and I figured I was putting alcohol in it, so even if there was a little bit of shine left in it, it'd be alright. So I'm going to see how that's going to go over. I'm actually pretty excited to see. I'm going to try it on something small, so I'm not wasting resin. But yeah, I have a multitude of things going on in this video, and if anyone knows, if you know me, that's just how I am. I can't just do one thing. I have to do a bunch of different things. I've already poured my B into my A and have been stirring that for 3 minutes or so. It's becoming clear. I'm about to pour it into my other cup, which again is my trusty frickin' Betty Crocker. I think it's 2 cups plastic. Got it from the Dollar Tree. I peeled most of the actual resin that was in it out, but there's still some in there, and I don't care because it's resin and it should be fine. So I'm gonna do a side pour, less bubbles. And hopefully you have seen episode 8. I worked really, 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 really hard on that episode. It was the first one that I had literally edited with a video editor, not some cheesy, chintzy app that you can download for free. I got the license and all that jazz so I could excuse me, use all the amenities in the app. So if you've seen that, I've already told you I haven't bought any pigment because I've been using the pigments and shadows and powders that I actually have in my makeup arsenal. I wouldn't say I have a lot of makeup because I don't wear a lot of makeup. But I do have a bit of everything for, you know, whenever I do need to put that face on. And I literally have been using those powders, highlighters, bronzers, the loose powder. I did have one highlighter that was compact, but I broke it up really well with a Q-tip and just used it in the geode. I hope you saw that one. I haven't, I will put the reveal of that up before this. That is on the editing table right now. I like the way my geode came out, but it was definitely a learning experience. So I'm gonna take, I wouldn't call it a fail. It wasn't a fail. But yeah, so in a few minutes, I'm going to stop talking, and I might speed through this a little bit, because knowing me, this might be a lengthy process. And I just wanted to let everybody know that you can now check out Ridiculous Resins on Pinterest. I always say Pinterest, but it's Pinterest. I love that app. It was my Wish app before there was a Wish app. But it's much better on desktop. Like, I can't do Pinterest on a mobile device or even a tablet. Like, I have to be on my desktop because it's just so much. But yes, you can find us on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, of course. And I think I'm almost done with this. So I'm going to turn my music back on and talk to you guys later. did a reveal yesterday, but anyway, so I'm doing another one. So these have already been pulled out of the molds, but I really wanted to show you guys how they came out in the sunlight. Show you my fails first. This is just keychains, but this one had some of the purple China aster in there, and I let it sit too long. I didn't heat it, and there was bubbles. And then this one kind of overflowed because they were next to each other. So I tried to make it look like it wasn't done on purpose, but yeah, they still came out fails. But we did have 3 new diamonds. They came out phenomenal in my opinion. The alcohol ink that I made did not have enough pigment in it, so it kind of just evaporated and left some little swirls in there. But that's blue, dark blue. Like a teal blue. And then this pink one I really like. Of course, these aren't cleaned yet. I didn't clean up the edges or anything because they came out of the mold, but I really wanted to show. This is a window cling, and I put a thin layer of resin down first, and I let it sit for, I don't know, just a little bit, and then this is a window cling, and I put that down, and then I let it sit for, I don't know, maybe an hour or two, and then I went back in and put the last little glaze over it. And I'm just going to show you the edges to see where all these, this is what your alcohol ink does, or sorry, your white alcohol ink. It brings all your colors down, it makes it sink, makes it heavier. So the back and the front, I think it looks amazing. That's yellow, white, and gold. And that's a yellow window cling in there. And I actually have a set of these, the clings I mean, and I have a blue one, a purple one, I think it's a pink one, and a green one. So I'm going to try and do a set and see how those come out, but I think this came out really good. I'm super happy with it. I just need to clean up the edges, but as you can see, came out pretty flat and pretty awesome in my opinion. And then this is the piece de resistance, because to me it came out the best, it looks the best, and that's the back. That's the China aster, and I don't remember what those little white flowers were called, but like I said, I already pulled these out, so they're a lot easier. You cannot unmold with one hand in a regular circumstance. It's not gonna work. But yeah, I mean, I love this. That is the back. So this is the front. I can't really, it won't. There we go. That is the front. You can see your edge here. And there's a lot of bubbles in here. We are definitely going to change resins because I've noticed that this stuff does get rather bubbly if you aren't working with it fast enough, or if you're pouring a bunch of different molds and you let it sit while you're working on something else. The heat is not eating those bubbles, but it doesn't look bad. But you know, some work you want to be bubble free, and I just really think this is amazing. I love it. I think it came out great. I put a little bit of sparkle in there just to give it some depth behind the flowers. You can see that I sprinkled it very lightly. I literally dipped my finger in it and then just kind of dusted it. But I think that came out great. And then I found this mold legit at the Goodwill, and we had some leftover resin, so we poured it, but obviously this didn't come out. It's got some kind of weird fetus or something inside. I don't know. It's crazy. And then, like I said, we already pulled these, so demolding with one hand is never going to work on a real demolding, but these were already out. Looks pretty cool, but we just wanted to try it out. We had, like I said, leftover resin. We wanted to see what that was about. But yeah, there we go. I'm gonna hold this up to the light. It really does look fantastic. Like, I really like it. I do not consider this a fail whatsoever. But yeah, there it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for bearing with me while I'm going through this journey and learning all the new things and ways of filming and lighting and sound and all kinds of stuff. But thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to get along like on a routine, a schedule to where I'm, it takes maybe 3 days. I'm pouring, I make my video, and then, a day to cut and put everything together. Now that's not always going to be the case because I work a 40-hour job and I take care of my household and I cook every night. So, and I do have a life. So, hopefully things will get a little smoother. And once that happens, I'm definitely going to open up my Etsy. I do have some trays coming. I feel like I might have to specialize in trays because the ones we just made, it's phenomenal. I know somebody's going to want to buy it right off the rip. But yeah, that episode is coming in a couple of episodes. So yeah, thanks guys. Have a great day.